Hey guys, this is Frank from Altcoin Buzz coming to you from sunny Bali for another video about crypto. I absolutely love being in the crypto space. I don't know about you guys, but I love checking my portfolio every morning, Blockfolio, seeing what has pumped 30%, what has dumped 30%, seeing if my whole portfolio has dropped by 20%. It has happened to me before overnight. In fact, I remember in 2017, the first month of 2018, that was insane. Every week I was like full on in alts. I had 100% alts in my portfolio. And every week I was up like 10, even like 15, 20%. It was absolutely nuts. Anyway, guys, so of course, now what everyone is talking about is Polkadot. And it is really exciting. I've found a pattern in the chart which leads me to believe that this might do something like Ethereum did. And then you guys left a lot of comments on the video. I'm going to go over some of those. You mentioned some important, relevant points, so I'll bring those up. Those refer to, for example, PolkaSwap, the fact that JP Morgan made an undisclosed strategic investment in Consensus. This is, of course, a company related to Ethereum. Then we will also go over Polkadot staking. You can earn some pretty sweet rewards for staking your Polkadot. We will also go over exchanges which you can use to buy and sell Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, and Polkadot, of course, in America. And finally, we will also take a quick look at Mantra DAO, which is the hottest project on Polkadot right now, judging by the trending searches. Over here, you have Mantra DAO. So with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so yesterday's video, of course, we also talked about Polkadot. Can Polkadot hit $100 and overtake Ethereum? I gave my commentary on what is more likely to happen in the short term. And of course, you know, I'm always very open-minded about what can happen in the long term. Something which humans consistently do, well, I'll tell you about this actually in a little bit because someone commented about this. So let's get onto that a bit later. PolkaSwap is coming. So guys, you know Uniswap, of course, that's for trading ERC20 tokens. But PolkaSwap, of course, will allow all projects which are on the Polkadot blockchain to list their tokens. Obviously, a DEX or a decentralized exchange for the interoperable future. Interoperable, of course, the big name for Polkadot. So that's pretty exciting. And you know, ERC, Ethereum absolutely exploded after a lot of the ERC20 tokens listed on Uniswap started exploding. There were a lot of altcoins other than Ethereum which really took off, of course, in the DeFi space before Ethereum really went parabolic. And here we have Kez saying, JP Morgan now doubling down on Ethereum, no chance of Ethereum going away. Now, I personally believe there's a very low probability that Ethereum will go away. That doesn't mean that there's no space for Polkadot or Cardano or any of the other smart contract platforms. But Ethereum does have a very strong hold in the market. And yeah, to say that Polkadot is going to overtake Ethereum, it's definitely possible, guys, don't get me wrong, but it would take time, it would take a long time. And of course, in crypto, a long time, it could be just a year, let's face it, right? So what Kez was saying about JP Morgan doubling down on Ethereum relates to this article. Consensus acquires JP Morgan's Quorum blockchain. So Quorum, the enterprise blockchain platform developed by mega bank JP Morgan Chase, is being acquired by Consensus. So this is no big deal in and of itself because, you know, it's not like Consensus are partnering with JP Morgan based on this information. But of course, Consensus, if you guys didn't know, is a Brooklyn, New York-based Ethereum venture studio. You have the Consensus events, which are attended by a lot of people, very popular, and of course, all very related to Ethereum. But here, this is interesting. Additionally, JP Morgan has made an undisclosed strategic investment in Consensus. So JP Morgan, don't forget, JP Morgan, they were bashing cryptocurrencies just not long ago. And now they're investing in a company which is only about cryptocurrencies, right? The company said in a statement, neither Consensus nor JP Morgan would confirm the size of the investment made by the bank. So, you know, hey, probably a big investment. But in any case, here we have Crypto J, who said, I bought in at $2.86 and it is definitely the Ethereum killer. Well, definitely, let's hope so. I hate using Ethereum and its outrageous fees. Guys, I hate using Ethereum right now as well. I mean, I love it for the massive gains. You know, I've been buying the altcoins which have been recommended by the Altcoin Buzz team and which I've been looking into as well, like Stake, XDAI Stake, and Safe Haven, SHA, Sharing, SHR, TrustSwap, Swap. So it's been expensive to buy them because the fees are annoying, but it is what it is. But yeah, of course, it definitely is not, it's not fun if you're a small investor, right? If you want to just buy $50 worth of a small coin, or maybe you only have, you know, $100 portfolio and you want to buy, you know, 5 low cap altcoins. So you don't want to put more than $10 in them. And then if you have to pay $10 in fees, that's just really, that is outrageous. You know, I want the small guys to be able to invest in these Ethereum projects and to take the risks, you know, without investing big amounts. So yeah, it really is outrageous how big the fees are. And And so it's really exciting that we have something like Polkadot, which can come into the scene and, solve some of these problems. Now, CryptoJ bought in at $2.86. That's a great price to buy in. We're going to look at the TA in a bit because this is pretty exciting. There's a pattern on the charts which I saw for Ethereum, which I saw for Bitcoin, which led to an absolute parabolic move. So we'll have a look at that in a bit. And then we have SW. I am not even going to try and pronounce that. Is that? I think I've seen that in Romanian language. Let me know if you're watching this. Okay, I'm not even going to try. You guys are going to laugh at me. It's definitely a hodl. You did not speak about staking. Fair enough, I did not. I cannot talk about everything in a video, but we're going to look at staking right now. So if you go to wiki.polkadot.network, you will find a whole long document about staking, which will give you all the details, but let's just summarize it by looking at this website, which is stakingrewards.com. And here, you see your staking rewards depend on several factors. First of all, let's just assume it's for 1 year. Let's assume you're staking 100 DOT, which is currently worth $615. And let's assume your provider fee is 4.18%. Now, you see, look at this. What percentage of eligible token supply is being staked? So if almost no people are staking, you get way bigger rewards. Look at this. If it's just 1%, your rewards over the year for staking $615 would be $1,500. That's nuts. So you see, it provides a very strong incentive for people to stake. But then, of course, if almost everyone is staking, this is extremely unlikely. Not everyone is going to stake. And then you'd only get $15. So they say, for example, if the amount of the supply which is being staked is 57%, which seems like a reasonable amount. I'm not sure what percentage is being staked right now. Then, of course, you would get a reward of almost $60. And that's a pretty impressive rate. That's 9.59%. Now, compound rewards, this means if you turn it on, this means that the rewards you get, you don't sell them, you just keep them. And you can see compounding your rewards is a great idea because then, it goes up. And this is just in 1 year. If you compound the reward for 10 years, 20 years, these numbers get really high really quickly. So the great thing about staking, well, first of all, you get passive income, which is great. But secondly, it locks up the supply, right? So the great thing about this is that people don't sell. They have an incentive to just lock their tokens up. And if they're not available for selling, then people have to buy from the very few people who are willing to sell. Therefore, demand goes up, supply goes down, price goes up. So, Ethereum doesn't have staking yet. So, this is definitely a big advantage for Polkadot. Oh yeah, Constable Colin, you sound like a fudder. Okay guys, so I find this really amusing because in my video, I'm literally talking about how it's quite likely even that Polkadot could reach $20, which would have it at I think it's $20 billion market cap. That's right, so we're at about $5 billion when the price was about $5. If it gets to $20, the market cap will be about 20 billion. But the reason I find this amusing is that crypto is very tribal and people really love their cryptocurrencies. And especially if they've bought, they don't want anyone to say anything negative about it. And guys, I'm not here to just shill something and not tell you anything about the risks. That wouldn't be responsible. If I was just like, this is so bullish, you have to buy it, it's going to go to the moon, it's never going to drop, it's never going to correct, invest everything, you would love me while it's pumping, and then when it dumps, you'd be like, this guy told me to buy it. This guy was so confident. How come it dumped? How come he didn't talk about risk management? How come he didn't, tell me about the potential reasons why it might dump or why it might just be in a hype cycle which will fade, So, guys, I'm here to give it to you how it is, to tell you the truth. This reminds me a lot of one friend of mine, okay? So back in 2017, a friend of mine got into Nano, all right? So Nano had this whole narrative of being the Bitcoin killer, all right? So Ethereum killer is one thing, but Bitcoin killer, that's an even bigger narrative. And the Nano fees, I think they were even zero, or they're very low, a few cents, if that. And let's have a look at the chart here. So yeah, guys, that was back in 2017, 2018. I'm just gonna show you the chart here to see, how things can get really crazy. Now, of course, Nano, I'm not comparing Nano to Polkadot in terms of technology. I'm comparing it in terms of investor sentiment, and how you can really get caught up in your tribe and really believe that your crypto is going to moon, that it's the best crypto in the world, and anyone saying anything bad about it is just fudding. That's not a smart investor perspective, guys. If you're going to invest money, especially a lot of money, you want to be aware of the risk that you're taking. You want to be aware of hype cycles, how they go up and they go down. So this is what happened. Listen, my friend He invested like $30,000 into Nano. It was sometime in December 2017, might have even been before. And he turned so look at the price. It just went absolutely mental. It was at 0.16 cents on the 16th of November 2017. It went up to $33. I don't know exactly when he got in, but I know that he turned at one point, his 30K was worth $300,000, guys. And he was telling me like, yeah, Nano, it's the Bitcoin killer. It's going to moon. It's going to overtake Bitcoin, and if it had of, like, that would have been nuts. It would have gone, it would have overtaken Bitcoin's market cap, but it didn't. And he didn't sell. And then he basically lost, everything that he put in. I mean, virtually everything. So he might have maintained his original investment, but he didn't sell anything. So guys, I felt really sorry for him. And, I told him, hey, listen, man, it might, I'm not going to say never say never, but take some profits. If you have a lot of profits, if you've done a 5X or a 10X, take some profits. Don't get tribal. Things don't last forever. And Polkadot, it's very exciting technology. And I hope it'll overtake Ethereum, because if it does, that means that its technology must be far superior to it. And, I'm all about the best. I want the best man to win, why not? But just be careful there, guys. Try not to get too tribal, because, you could potentially lose a lot of money if you start getting emotional about your investments, all right? So Danny Rivas, damn, am I late? Should I buy or wait for the correction? So this is a great question. And what I'm going to do now is a brief TA, but this is going to show you why I think that Polkadot could go absolutely parabolic right now. So what I'm showing you on this chart is a parallel channel. I actually had to redraw it from the parallel channel which I drew yesterday, because, let me just take these moving averages out for a second, because we went up, and this now looks like a more accurate representation of this channel, where we have 2 touches at the top over here on the 22nd of August and on the 26th of August, and 2 at the bottom here also on the 22nd of August. Of course, this is a 4-hour chart. We have very little data, but nonetheless, it's showing very positive price momentum. And the 24th of August, we had another support over here. So have a look at this. You see this first blue line here? We resisted over here, and then we found support. And then what happened? We went for the next leg up, and we resisted over here actually a little bit as well, and then we came down and we found support. Right? This is previous resistance turned into support. Previous resistance turned into support. These are called support resistance flips, okay? And look what happened here. Again, we had previous resistance at $5.76 turned into support. So this is very exciting, and I'm going to show you why right now. So I made this video on the 11th of July where I said Ethereum price is about to explode, Ethereum price prediction, huge Bitcoin bullish signal. And this, I was already very bullish on Ethereum because it had a similar pattern, and I went into more detail of what this pattern was. This is why Ethereum will hit $1,000. And guys, at this time, the price was $253. And you see in this video, you have SR flip. That was exactly what happened with Ethereum. So have a look over here. Over here on Ethereum, here, by the way, we are on AAX, guys. This is a exchange powered by the same engine which powers the London Stock Exchange. And this is also a sponsor for our video, by the way, guys. So here on the AAX exchange, you can see that Ethereum had a resistance over here at $147, found support. Then this resistance again found support, resistance found support. And then what happened? Boom, this is what I predicted could happen, that we would go absolutely parabolic. Of course, we haven't reached $1,000 yet, but it's absolutely possible that we will at some point. And if in any case, look what happened over here. We made a 90, wow, it kept on going up, about 93% move up, all right? Now, if Polkadot does something similar, we have these 3 support resistance flips. If it does a 90% move up some point over here, let's see what that would take us to. That would take us to 12, wow, it's already off this chart, guys. Let's just assume that it's from the current price, just for the sake of argument. That would take us to $11.8. So I think it's entirely reasonable that will happen sooner rather than later. And just to show you guys another example of how these support resistance flips are super bullish is this chart of Bitcoin, again from this video, why Ethereum will hit $1,000. And in Bitcoin, this was back in 2015, 2016. You saw this on the daily chart. Previous resistance turned into support. Previous resistance turned into support, previous resistance turned into support, and bam, we saw a 2,257% move up. So this is a very, very bullish pattern. Now, admittedly, this is only the 4-hour time frame. Ideally, you want to see this on a bigger time frame to sort of have more credence to it. But the narrative is strong right now for Polkadot, and there's certainly no signs of weakness on the chart, no signs of weakness in terms of the fundamentals. And Damon W here saying, it's real obvious this guy is being dismissive of DOT because he didn't get in on time. I don't know. It's funny how like I can say one negative thing about it. People are like, oh my God, he's dismissing it. He's a fudster. It's like, guys, seriously, don't get so emotional. If you're not hearing anything negative about your coin, then you're not hearing enough. You really want to know what the potential, counter narratives are to your narrative. Ethereum killer, if that's the narrative, think about every other time we had the Ethereum killer narrative. We had it with EOS that raised billions of dollars. EOS has now fallen a lot in terms of market cap rankings. Let's see where it is right now. EOS had a 1-year ICO a few years ago. It raised billions and billions of dollars. I think it was in 4th or 5th place at some point. Now it's in 13th place. EOS was supposed to be the Ethereum killer. And hey, it still might be, who knows? But it's just a very common narrative. And so far, no one has become the Ethereum killer yet. So yeah, it absolutely might happen, but it's a little bit unlikely. Definitely in the short term, unlikely. In the long term, anything can happen, of course. And here is this comment from John A. EOS raised billions of dollars. It's not anywhere close to Ethereum today. You can't beat Ethereum just by scalability and price pumps. And it's true. There's a massive ecosystem for Ethereum. So you need to build that Ethereum, that ecosystem. Polkadot, actually there's a lot of projects on Polkadot right now as well, or at least which are going to be on Polkadot. So if you go here to polkaproject.com, you can see all the projects which are related with Polkadot here. You have Hashkey Hub, Web3 Capital, just so many over here. The list goes on and on and on. So they certainly have the potential to create a very powerful ecosystem. And obviously with Polka Swap, where you'll be able to buy all of these very easily on a decentralized manner, it definitely has the potential to be an Ethereum killer. And as I said before, never underestimate what can happen long term. Now that we have Polkadot, I can't see a single reason for ADA to exist. This is from Safe and Null. Thank you for your comment. I just wanted to point out that it shouldn't be, that it's sort of sad to see people get so tribal and say, oh, now that we have this doesn't matter. Ethereum doesn't matter. ADA doesn't matter because this is the king. It's like things change. The only thing which we know for certain about all of human history, right? The only thing that's certain is that things change, all right? So just be wary of getting overly emotional or, getting these sort of extremist views on one coin. I also had a friend who was really crazy about EOS, and he actually put all his money in EOS, guys. Again, similar to Nano. And he's like, yeah, you don't need to diversify if you're very confident in your pick. And it's like, well, you can do that, but it's very high risk, and then you risk losing potentially a lot of money. So just be careful there, guys. Polkadot has great potential. And I'm happy if you guys have made money. I'm happy if you got in earlier than me and you made money. That's awesome. And I think it's very likely that it will go up even further and you'll make more money. I just want you guys to be wary that things don't go up forever. They will correct, and narratives change. Things change when Ethereum 2.0 comes out. Of course, it might take quite a while. A lot of these other smart contract platforms could potentially suffer. That being said, Polkadot has the whole interoperable thing going on, so it definitely has a lot of potential to overtake Ethereum at some point. Now guys, as I mentioned, this video is sponsored by AAX.com. And AAX actually provide some of the lowest trading fees, the futures trading fees to be more specific, in the market right now. They have a maker-taker fee of just 0.02%. If you compare that with Binance, Binance have a taker fee of 0.075% and maker fee of 0.025%. So very attractive fees for trading, and you also get a 20% discount if you use the AAB token. And what I want to do in this video is just show you guys how you can calculate your profit and loss on a position. So here you can choose how much leverage you use. You can go anywhere from 1 to 100x. Of course, be very careful. Using 100x leverage, that's pretty much just for degenerate gambling. It's very unlikely that you will be profitable with that, because if the price goes in the direction opposite to your trade, you will get liquidated very quickly. So let's, for the purpose of this analysis, just use 2x leverage, and let's just do a market order long for 10 contracts. And here you can see for 10 contracts, my liquidation price is $7,615. So very unlikely that I will get stopped out from Bitcoin anytime soon with this $10 contract long. And by the way, 10 contracts refers to 10 contracts each worth $1. So we confirm that. And then over here you can see P&L in Bitcoin. Right now it's at a tiny percentage of loss. This is, of course, is calculated in Bitcoin. And this right now is unrealized profit and loss. So what this means is that this is a loss, but it's not a loss until I close this order. So on the left here, you can see my open position, and if I close it over here, then I will realize that tiny loss. And of course, this number will change. It will go further to the downside if the price goes up, and it will go further to the upside if the price goes up. Now, of course, if I choose to use more leverage, have a look at this. So right now we're at 2x, and the loss is 0.4% at sort of 178 sats. If I go to 25x leverage, so here you can see that the profit and loss, in terms of sats, it actually hasn't really changed much, but the percentage has changed a lot. So what this means is that when I use higher leverage, I can sell or I can buy a lot more contracts. Look, my maximum contracts I can buy is 1,670. Okay, so that's been it for this segment about AAX. And if you sign up using the link in the description below, you will also get a discount on the trading fees for AAX. Okay guys, so Shah Gans here, how to buy Polkadot in the US. This is a good question. The US actually blocks many exchanges. Now guys, I don't live in the US, so I had to do a quick search for this. Suraj Osman's here saying Binance, Jim M saying KuCoin. If you have used or traded in the US, please let me know which current cryptocurrency exchange you use. I know that Binance is in the US. You can see here Binance.us, but I've heard that it's not very liquid apparently. Let me know which cryptocurrency exchange you use for trading in the US. Okay guys, now finally we're going to talk about Mantra DAO, just very briefly go over them. If you check here the trending searches, you can see, well, TrustSwap, of course, we've been talking about for a while before it was trending, but Polkadot obviously is in here, and Mantra DAO is going to be on the Polkadot blockchain platform. And right now they're number 155 in the rankings, and you can see that they've already been going up. They've only listed actually on the 19th, actually the 18th of August, but you see they've had pretty solid price performance right now, up 172.5%. So if you check out their website, here, what is Mantra DAO? Mantra DAO is a community-governed DeFi platform focused on staking, lending, and governments. Guys, I don't know how many more buzzwords you want. DeFi, staking, lending, Polkadot, like this has everything which you want in terms of fitting the narrative right now for what people are excited about with cryptocurrencies. So Mantra DAO leverages the wisdom of the crowd to create a community-governed, transparent, and decentralized ecosystem. More beautiful buzzwords there, decentralized, transparent, for Web 3.0. Built on parity substrate for the Polkadot ecosystem, Mantra DAO gives financial control back to the people to grow wealth together. So let me know down in the comments below, are you invested in any other projects which are growing on the Polkadot ecosystem? In any case, the key features here, borrow, so you can deposit your cryptocurrencies as collateral and get instant access to stablecoin loans. So many ways to get loans now on your crypto. I remember back in 2017, we were just praying for that. We were talking about several other, like we were talking about Salt, which unfortunately now have kind of lost a lot in the rankings. People don't use it as much as they use other platforms, decentralized platforms for borrowing. But yeah, it's incredible how easily it is to borrow right now. Staking as a node for both Kusama and Polkadot, Mantra DAO members will be some of the first to access DOT and KSM staking, all while earning extra interest on OM tokens. And then lending, you can also lend your crypto assets to users in order to earn interest on your assets. Mantra DAO members holding OM tokens have full control over the ecosystem through systemic voting and governance rights. Then you have the Mantra Pool, where you can try your luck in perpetual savings games that frequently give members the chance to win crypto. Sounds interesting. And Karma, finally, a reputation mechanism similar to a credit score that aims at rewarding users for their contribution to the ecosystem. Now guys, I haven't had a lot of time to look at this, but it does seem interesting. And in general, we're going to start looking more closely at projects on the Polkadot ecosystem, because obviously this is all the hype right now. This is all the buzz, and it's very exciting, this technology. You know, I say multiple times that, you know, it hasn't launched yet in terms of the parachains, but you know, it's really exciting. And once it does, and you know, we start seeing development and the ecosystem start growing, it could really explode, guys. This would really go. It could overtake Ethereum. And here we have the council members. I like it when they show who's on the team. I'm not a huge fan of the sort of anonymous projects. So you can see exactly who's on the team. It's on a whole bunch of exchanges here. They seem to have great marketing, very sort of clean website. And what we really want to see when looking at projects is a clear roadmap as well. So you can see they've been here since Q4 2019. And what we have to look forward to in Q3 of 2020 is the launch of the staking platform. So it's not launched yet. and to become a Polkadot validator node. And in Q4 2020, launch of Mantra Pool, enhanced staking lending product suite, mobile app goes live. So a lot of things to be excited for here, and you can easily see a potential hype cycle building up around this. And it's gone up a lot, but it hasn't exactly gone up like 500% or something. It consolidated for a long time here. We had this explosion, a lot of volume over here. So it could be something interesting to get into. But again, this is not financial advice. I haven't gotten into it personally because I haven't done enough research on it. Because there's so many cryptocurrencies to look at, right? It's impossible to know everything about every one of them. But let me know down in the comment section below if you got into this and what you like about it, and what you're excited about it. And and with that being said, guys, I hope you're excited for Polkadot. I hope you're excited for all cryptocurrency. It's just insane. Just today, Fidelity, who are managing $8.3 trillion in assets, are starting a Bitcoin fund. Like, it's just absolutely incredible how much development there's going on. And by the way, guys, we have a $50 DOT giveaway, and this is 9.2 DOT. So this was a few days ago. This was $50. Right now it's 59.8. All you have to do here is like and retweet, follow us on Twitter, and reply with any fact, opinion, or link about Polkadot. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun to read the comments here. But yeah, the video is going to get long if I go through all the comments. But yeah, it's really great. I love these promotions because people talk about the project they like about. They give information, and you can get a lot of quick snippets of facts and opinions about Polkadot. And maybe we'll go over these in a future video actually, because a lot of interesting things that people are saying here. Alright guys, that's been it from me for today. I hope you liked this video about Polkadot and the whole ecosystem. I'm really excited for it. I didn't get in early, but I hope that you guys who did get in early make a lot of money. I definitely don't mean to create FUD. The purpose of me giving you sort of the other perspective is that I don't want to be an endless shiller, a guy who just says buy this, it's going to moon, there's no risk. I like to look at both sides of the coin, look at different perspectives, so that you guys can know what the risks are and know what the narratives have been in the past. So it gives you some perspective on what's going on, especially if you're new to this industry. It can be very easy to be taken away by these narratives. And so yeah, I just want to give you guys some perspective. But all the more power to you if you're making money on DOT. All the more power to you if you believe it's going to revolutionize the whole ecosystem as we know it. All right, guys, but that's been it from me for today. I hope you liked this episode. Don't forget to comment down in the comment section below, anything that you want to say about how annoyingly bold I am, how you would rather I don't show my face in the videos. I'm just happy to hear your opinions. Just say whatever you like. All right, guys. So that being said, I will see you in the next one.